Warner Brothers is for commentary purposes. Please understand and thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe! This is Victorique Dubloa. Welcome back to our review series of the holiday specials. In this video, we'll be reviewing regular show episode 136, Saving Time. So let's
get this party started!
Ah, spoiler alert!
I know it's my turn. The episode begins with Mordecai and Rigby decided to hit the hay, and Rigby refuses to sleep because of daylight savings, so both Mordecai and Rigby decide to drink sodas because of the caffeine. The next day, Mordecai and Rigby arrive at a meeting saying that they're both an hour late. So Benson says the daylight savings actually starts today instead of yesterday. Mordecai and Rigby are then assigned to set all the clocks an hour back. Mordecai tells Rigby to do it now, but Benson stops them, saying that they have to do it at 2 a.m. in the morning. Mordecai and Rigby are frustrated about this, but Benson says that they have to do it at the right time or else they're fired. As Benson always says. Benson's just as angry as ever. He's really quite hilarious when he's angry. Then there's a montage of Mordecai and Rigby setting all the clocks 3 hours back at 2 in the morning while rapping to themselves, which is the clock song. Mordecai and Rigby are excited that they set all the clocks back, but Mordecai thinks that the prank won't work unless they set clocks in Benson's apartment. They sneak into Benson's office to grab a spare key in his apartment room. They manage to sneak into Benson's apartment room to reset all the clocks. Mordecai says that there's one clock left, the alarm clock in Benson's bedroom. They almost get caught by Benson and they manage to set his clock back. Then Mordecai and Rigby high-five for their efforts and accomplishments. The next day, Benson walks up to the house and realizes that Mordecai and Rigby are the first ones there. Benson is left confused, but thanks him for doing something right. Hours later, the others arrive. Then, before Benson announces today's chores, there are a few things that go wacko. First, the birds, songbirds called by Pops, come and visit Pops, which he says that they usually don't come until the afternoon. Then the garbage men come to pick up the garbage, while Benson says that they usually don't come until 11. Then Benson says it's pretty hot for 9 o'clock and realizes that the sprinklers turned on 2 hours early. Mordecai and Rigby then reveal themselves to be culprits of the clock prank. And to put it in rather simpler terms,
it was at this moment that Nathan knew. He up.
Yeah. And because of it, the ground suddenly starts to shake, and it shows that the park is being lifted off its foundation. Skips tells Mordecai and Rigby what they did was a really big mistake by changing all the clocks to the wrong time. The park is about to be relocated to the new time zone, which is about to sit somewhere in the middle of the ocean. Skips then says the only way to fix this is to reset every clock in the park to the right time. So everybody manages to reset all the clocks in the park, but they realize something isn't working. And everybody notices that Benson's apartment is floating too. Benson then asks how they are going to get there. Pops then comes in with Carmenita. Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson jump in and drives to Benson's apartment. Then they set all the clocks at the right time. They still realize that it's not working. Mordecai then realizes that the only clock left is Rigby's wristwatch. Rigby sets his wristwatch back, and everything gets set back to normal. At Benson's nearly flooded apartment, Rigby begins to sing the clock song he and Mordecai sang earlier. And completely exhausted, Mordecai tells him to stop now because it's not the perfect time though.
Did you know that?
The line Mordecai and Rigby say when they change all the clocks to the wrong time, "Are we bad enough dudes to teach Benson a lesson?" is a reference to the Nintendo Entertainment System game Bad Dudes, which uses the line, "Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president?" This episode aired a day before the actual daylight savings times. Well, actually, daylight savings times is when the clocks are set ahead for an hour. In the actual episode, they're setting the clocks for standard time, which involves setting the clocks back an hour. As if Natalie's mother would say, fall back, spring ahead.
Now you know!
this episode is great, but standard time is the right time. Would you care to do the ratings, Benson?
So we give this episode a 4 out of 5.
This episode's rating is a 7 out of 10.
The end.
And that's the end.
Final results.